What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we came to the Manchester United Stadium. This video is gonna show you what's inside, so check it out because it's pretty cool. Let's go.
Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always blessed.
Of liberation will blow the world to pieces.
Occasionally, not very often, the junior teams play here, but not very often, as I say. So the junior teams and the ladies team play at a different ground. So we keep the pitch in good condition. One point is we don't use it too often. We don't do much during the summer. The groundsman gets the pitch ready for the coming season. At the end of the season, we usually have charity games here. Team don't train here. The training ground is 6 miles from here, on the outskirts of Manchester, in the country, at a place called Carrington. It's known as the Aon Training Complex there. The other thing that helps us keep the pitch in good condition is, see this thing behind me, a light. And what we do during the winter months, we fill the pitch with lights in between the games. Bigger lights than this is the junior version, yeah. So we fill the pitch with lights. The lights shine on the grass and they make the grass grow in the winter. So that's good. That's a new development, that. They do their, when the game finishes, the television commentators do their interviews first. And when the managers have finished their television interviews, they come up here. They don't come together, that would be dangerous. So the visiting team manager comes first. He can bring other people with him. They sit at the front. All these seats will be full of journalists. They discuss the game and the journalists can ask questions and they gather information that enables them to write a well-informed report on the game. That's what it's all about. It normally lasts about 10 minutes, depending on what's happened during the game. Alex Ferguson was the manager, and in some parts in Europe they call him the head coach or the chief coach, but we call them the managers. He was with the club as manager for 26.5 years, which in England, I presume in Spain as well, is quite an achievement because normally managers don't stay with one club for more than 26 weeks. So, but the team were very successful. They won 38 major trophies, and if you look on the balcony you can see silhouettes of the trophies each side, 19 on either side.
Ashes spread.
Wonderful, impossible dream.
It's your own conversation. The same is true for people who think all the time. That means, when I use the word think, talking to yourself, subvocal conversation, the constant chit-chat of symbols and images and talk and words inside you.
South Americans tend to put their first name on the shirt because the last name's about that long. So Sanchez is from Chile, Beegees from the Ivory Coast in Africa, Fred is from Brazil. I can't think there's too many people called Fred in Brazil. Delarte from Portugal. Andreas, that's Pereira. He's from Brazil too, another first name. And Herrera from Spain. So this is the tunnel where the players line up before the game. We're lined up ourselves in a minute. These boards are where the television interviews take place at the end of the game. The bright lights are on over there. The managers and some of the players are interviewed here. The names on the boards are the major sponsors of Manchester United. Manchester United do particularly well for sponsorship. All these companies pay mega amounts of money to be sponsors. They get the names on television. So it's a bit of compensation for them. That's why they do it, I'm sure. But John Henry Davis there, the plaque there, he became the chairman of Manchester United in 1902, and he provided the money to build it. He did lots of things, but I'm just keeping it brief. He provided the money to build the stadium. Manchester United didn't have any money at the time, so he provided £40,000 to build the stadium. You won't get much of a stadium for that now, yeah. And now in the 1930s, Manchester United were once again in financial difficulties, facing bankruptcy, and James Gibson here, another wealthy man, paid the debts and paid all the bills and paid the players' wages. He wouldn't like to do that now, and kept the club alive. Good man. During the Second World War, the stadium was bombed. This part of Manchester is an industrial area. It was heavily bombed during the war, and the stadium was destroyed. Only one part of the stadium managed to survive, and it's this tunnel here. This is the only surviving part of the original stadium. We keep it as a historic memento of the original stadium, and originally the dressing rooms are at the top of this tunnel. Most of the players came on at the halfway line in England, yeah. So the players came this way, down the tunnel. As I say, it's a historic memento of the original stadium and of all the famous players who come down the tunnel. It's old in 2010. Get it right, get my arithmetic right, yeah. 2010. And part of the celebrations was to put a time capsule underneath this badge. The time capsule holds various items of memorabilia. Nothing expensive. Tickets, programmes, newspaper cuttings, shirts, scarves, etc.
So that was the tour from inside the stadium. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you later on the next video. Cheers.